right, we are back. We are doing the Magnolia. I did want to show you, this is that paper that I said I had bought. Bought it off Amazon. Come on, why won't you focus? Focus. Wonder if I touch the camera. There we go. All right, sorry for the wiggling, but at least you get it focused. All right, so this is the paper that I have started using. It is I want to say it's an 86-pound paper, maybe not. 67, is that the poundage? I don't know. But anyway, I am having, oh, it's only 19? I don't know. I'm having fairly good luck with it. I've enjoyed it. It's 250 sheets of paper. I think I paid $5 something for it. It was a sale. All right, now remember how I said, do you remember, is it how before and after? Blech, tangling my words. All right, let's get that back in focus. Focus. I don't know why cameras can be so persnickety sometimes. But anyway. So when you look now, do you see much difference? You should have some difference of color, especially on this inside where we're starting to do our color now. Yeah, see how dark this one is and how we've added the light sources and stuff? So anyway, we were working on this and we had just popped in some of this lighter green. I'm going to see if I can zoom in on this or if it's really going to throw us out of kilter. Okay, so I've taken and I added some of this in here and it really helped to yellow that up. So I am going to add a little bit out here. I don't want to do too much, but I want to have some reflective areas. So I'm going to start heavier pressure up close to the flower and then get lighter as I come out. And after I upload this video, you're going to have to give me a few minutes to actually get the picture uploaded to Etsy and get the two all linked up. But anyway, how's that? See how it just looks? I think that looks pretty realistic. Now down in there in the insides, we're going to put some of this in and then we're going to come over it with another color because that's further back, so it's going to be deeper. Okay, does that make sense? I'm surprised my camera hadn't messed up yet. So I'm grabbing that number 550. This is a whole lot brighter, so be kind of careful when you first start with it. But we're going to put that in some places, the darkest areas that are back there. Be careful not to get into that petal. You spent too much time getting all that in there to mess it up. Okay, but we're just getting that center in. And if you look at these, you think, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get all that depth in there. But when you're working grayscale, I mean, it's a ta-da type thing. Really just nice. So I am going to bring a little bit of this out here, but not much. Just enough to carry the color over. Okay. Back in there. Okay, so these should be looking dimensional now. Like little, see, I told you they were like little worm things. Now we're going to come in with this 519 and get these all colored in. Just so that they have a little bit of color. They're almost a transparent or white. I'm just pulling the color back out of that one. I had gone over it in green. Yeah, if you've got questions, post them down in the comments. But if you've got a question and you've not watched the first 2 videos or 3 videos, what are we on now? 4? I don't know. Anyway, please go back and watch those first. I don't mind questions, but if it's a question I've already answered, I would prefer that you watch the videos before asking, because I do touch on a lot of these things. Okay, there we go. And if you want even a little bit more color, you can come back to 502. Is this 502? Yes. And just put a little bit more in there. Again, we don't want to get them with too much color. We want them to be brighter. I'm even going to come in with some white. Put a little bit of shine on them. It's not going to be a lot. It's not going to be in your face, and you don't want it to. You want it to blend. So if you put just a bit in every now and then, that should work with you. Now, I don't like that right there. It doesn't look like to me that there's enough color. So I'm going to come back in with my 551 and put just a little bit of color down in here. Okay, same thing over in here. It seems to all be getting lost. So just following the shape, putting in a little bit of color, separating these pieces out just a little bit. All right, I'm happy with that, I do believe. So now let's look at the leaves. Let's put these pencils back in the right order so that as I grab them, you know what I'm grabbing. Can you still see those even? Nope. So let's pull this down. Oh, it's because I blew it up. That's right. All right, so there's our pencils. So you know kind of where we're at on this. I think it might be in our best interest to zoom back out now, though. I really do. Because I want you to see, whoa, wrong way. Ruh-roh. I want you to see what part of the picture I'm doing and get the overall feel for it. Now, let's start here. Do you see that highlighted area where it looks like it's shiny? Now, to get that, we don't want white. We're actually going to want, I'm thinking a gray. Let's try this gray. And I'm going to put this in first so that we don't lose it. And I'm going at an angle. And then I'm going to smooth out this side. And then smooth out that side and go at an angle again. All right. Now what we're going to do is pick up our green that we want to do the rest of this. And these two leaves almost blend together. We're going to separate those. So this one's on the bottom. We're going to pick up right here, 544. I know that this leaf comes around here. And yours may print a little different than this. Again, each person's printer is a little different. So All right, so I'm doing all this because these leaves are really dark, y'all, but we do want them in the green. Now, I'm going to go a shade darker and go right up next to this petal that's flipped, because it's underneath that petal. And just by doing those lines like that, it's going to help it to blend into that other color. Okay, then we're going to put that one back down, the 519. No, 548. Go back to the 544. And now we're going to come over here and just kind of go into that. And that's how we're going to get that highlight, is just by leaving it jaggedy on that side. Go there between. Okay. And then let's just get this colored in. And now I am getting a little bit of what they call bloom, where the color just looks kind of jaggedy. And I'll show you that in just a minute. Let's get this done. And then I'm going to overlap this just a little bit. But see, I'm doing this last because I want to do it lightly, because we don't want to lose all that. We just want to blend with it a little. And that's also going over the gray, so that the gray is now a different shade of green, and it makes it almost the perfect highlight color. Okay, now let me see if I can get it to show you the bloom. Right there. Just, where'd it go? There. See the scribbly lines? So, tissue. Just be sure you don't drag it into your white. Okay. Now, yeah, it's going to do different with these oils, but you can see some of it's gone. All right. So now then, we're going to get that gray back again. Did I use this one a while ago? I don't even remember. Anyway, I'm going to grab a gray, because I'm going to go over it anyway, and I want this to be lighter. So where the lightness is on the petal, that's what we're doing right now with this gray. I'm doing a little lighter around the outside of the gray so that it will blend a little more this time. But this is just that shiny mark, and we're using gray instead of white. Okay, I can come in here and put that line back in a little bit for the vein that goes down the middle of that leaf. Now I'm going to come in with my 544 again. Let's leave this 501 pulled, or this 564 pulled, so that I remember that's the one I'm using now, whether it was before or not. Now I'm coming in with this green. This is a really olivey looking green, and I'm just going over the whole thing. As I go over the whole thing, that gray is going to turn another shade of green and automatically be my highlight. Yeah, you can do that with leaves when they're this dark. Okay, you just really have to make sure that you're blending out the color that's underneath so that you don't get definite lines. I'm just getting just enough of the lines that I wanted that it's okay. I'm good with this, because I wanted some lines in there so that it would look like it was a little bit shady. And then I'm going back over that line down the center again, just to knock it back to another shade of green. So anytime you don't have several shades of whatever color you're after, you can layer stuff. Yeah, just play with your pencils and see what layers good on top of what. Okay, so I am good with that. So now I'm going to come in, and this petal is also light, even though it printed out darker, and it is over the top of this one. what I'm going to do, because I don't have a lighter shade pulled, I'm going to go over this with the light gray. Let's see what happens. I know, right? Nothing like experimenting on camera. I will try to color all one direction so that I don't end up scribbling and have several different angles and lines going. Now you have to some when you're in areas like that, I understand. But I'm just laying down a good cover coat of this gray. And I want it kind of smooth if I can, because I don't want all the different lines to show when I come back in a minute with the green. So trying to smooth this out a little. Yeah, it's sometimes it can be fun to try all these different things. And then this stem comes out of this one. All right, you ready? Let's see what happens. Hopefully this isn't not what to do or not to do. Hopefully this works right. Yeah, see, it's a lighter green now than that dark, because I'm putting it over the top of a lighter color. Come down along the side. Okay. Coming all down in here. And that was just a gray. That was one of my lighter grays. And I put it down first so that instead of going over black, I was going over something much lighter. Okay, if you're in the book, coloring book group on Facebook, Coloring Book Keep It Clean, please post your pictures when you're finishing, whether it's magnolias, the pansies I did, or something out of one of your books. We love to share over there. Ladies have so much fun. Okay, so there's our lighter one. Now, there is a edge that goes through this. I am going to jump to the darker green. Okay, 548. And I'm going to put this dark edge in. There's a vein that goes through, and it's almost a straight vein. Okay. And then it's darker on this side because it's slightly folded at the seam. So to do that, you're going to go darker on this side. And get lighter as you come out, because the shadow on that is only for a little bit, and then it goes back to the regular color. Okay, did you see how we did that? So the shadow is right there by the seam where that leaf is actually folded, and my light source is wrong to show you that. But so it's darker right in here, lighter up here, and then goes back to the light as we get down here. So I'll just fade this out. Okay, and then this piece, it's also kind of downhill, so we'll just do a little darker right here and bring it up to blend in with that. Okay, and it's going to be a little darker right there because that stem is going underneath the edge. Okay, now this petal or this leaf is the one that is darker, but the stem on it's lighter, or not the stem, but the seam, the vein, there we go, get my words. So we're going to put in the lighter. Okay, get that vein in, and then it kind of disappears and then shows up again down here. Let's color it. Yes, I'm using the 544, the lighter one, because I want the vein to show up as we do the rest of the leaf around it. Now this one's darker. Okay, it should be darker coming out from under the bottom of that other one. We're almost finished, y'all. Well, I'm almost finished. I'm not going to go all the way to the end with y'all on this, but I'm going to talk you through it, because at this point, I know that you can finish this on your own. I will not finish mine right away, and that way if anybody has questions about something that's left, I can come back in and work on that in another video. But I'm almost positive y'all can just do this on your own. Now this is not showing up a lot on camera that I'm coloring this, but right here in front of me, it is very definitely turning a dark green umber, or some people would call it a dark army green. So for me, this is working fine. You just can't see it from where you are, but I will pick it up in a minute and change the angle and see if you can at least see the little bit of glare that says there is color on there. But yeah, I'm just going right up and even over that center vein a little bit, just to get that color in here. Yeah, at this point we're just coloring it. Not a lot of blending to do. A lot of your backgrounds are just overlapping your colors to make them look more blurred. But in this instance, it's really the green, just getting those leaves in. That needs to be a little more right there. All right, then this little leaf is tucked in underneath, so it's also going to be the dark color. These pencils are doing pretty good on this black background. Everybody's pencils are going to do a little different depending on what background you're on. Okay, so that's the main leaf there. I'm going to walk you through the rest of this and let you finish on your own. Okay? These are twigs. You can just do them in a dark brown, doesn't matter. Okay, you can even have a little bit of green added to them. This is another leaf, so do this line. This is the outside of the leaf. This is the vein of the leaf. Do it in your gray, then come back over it with whatever green you're picking. Right here is another leaf. Just color it in. This is actually the ground, so it's another shade of green, just colored. And this is just little bits of the grass that are different shades. And then this all over here is just different shades of green. So the rest of it, there's not a whole lot of rhyme or reason as to what colors you have to put in there. They are just background colors. There, you can see my leaves. Do you see that? I know it's hard to tell. It's because my lighting in here is so bright to get these videos. But there you go. But you can see those are all colored. So, all right, let me know if you did this with me or not. I ended up really liking that center. All right, my finger or thumb's in the way. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So you have to get right on top of it to see it. But I think it's pretty neat. So anyway, there's the after, and see, here's part of the before. So you can tell a difference. You can tell a difference on that. Looky there. See how this looks all rippled and textured, and this looks more flat? Telling you, just follow the lights and darks. You can do this. Okay, let me go upload all these videos and upload the picture, and you can get started. And we're going to do a review on some merchandise that a company sent me, and I will be getting that out also. All right, talk to you later. Have a good afternoon.